Good evening and welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbau. Let's start off with Ashanti Gold Sporting Club, who have withdrawn the application for injunction against the Ghana Football Association to halt the Bet-Power Premier League at the appeals court. The Wasi-based club had filed this application at the High Court, following which the court dismissed its motion for injunction against the playing of the league. During the hearing before the appeals court on Tuesday, November 8, 2022, counsel for Ashanti Gold informed the court of their decision to withdraw the application, having apprised themselves of the preliminary legal objection raised by the GFA in its affidavit in opposition. Following the withdrawal, the GFA requested for a cost of 30,000 Ghana cedis, while Ashanti Gold pleaded to pay 3,000 Ghana cedis. The appeals court, however, after listening to the plea of Ashanti Gold, awarded a cost of 5,000 Ghana cedis against Ashanti Gold. And now, former Black Stars captain Stephen Appiah has revealed that the playing body lost trust in government and the Ghana FA officials during the 2014 World Cup. Ghana's disappointing performance at the global showpiece in Brazil went from bad to worse when the squad threatened to boycott training and further not playing the final group match against Portugal if the appearance fee was not paid in full and in cash. The players have been accused of being money-minded, but Appiah, who was part of the team 8 years ago, has shed some light on the issue.
I think 2014, if I want to summarize everything, I think the players, they lost trust. I was part of the backroom staff.
Yeah.
So I was with the team from Rotterdam to Miami to Brazil. And you see, players are funny. Just tell them the truth. Okay, we'll give you the money in a month time. So in their head, they know that in a month, they are going to receive the money. But here is the case where from Rotterdam, oh, the money is on the flight coming. Oh, the money, you guys will receive the money the next day. And nothing was happening. From Rotterdam to Miami, it was the same thing. From Miami to Brazil. So when we played against Portugal, I think that scene for the players trying to boycott that training at 11 o'clock, that spoiled everything.
I see.
That spoiled everything. But what I can say is it's a trust issue, and it wasn't money, because 2014, the whole World Cup, the best game of the tournament was when Ghana played against Germany. The guys, they didn't even receive $1, so it wasn't money. No. I was so sad when I went to GMFA Commission, because the people who should come and defend the players or talk for the players, they left the players alone. So Ghanaians took it like, okay, it was the players who, the problem was coming from the players. No. You have a child, Christmas is coming. Oh, I will buy you a new dress. I will buy you a new dress. 25th, there is no new dress. Your child will never be happy.
Sure.
And that was exactly what happens. You understand? So it wasn't money issue on the side of the players. That, as I said, the best tournament, 2014, it was Ghana and Germany. At that second game, they didn't even receive $1. So it wasn't money.
Well, Stephen Appiah spoke to my colleague Nathaniel Atto on World Cup Tales. Catch the full interview tomorrow at exactly 2 p.m. on the Joy News channel. Still on the World Cup, and Joy Sports sources has been confirmed that Gen forward Joseph Pinto has missed out on the Black Star squad, final 26-man squad for the 2022 FIFA World Cup ahead of Otuado's announcement. The 24-year-old made the provisional list, which was released last Friday, but with 6 goals and 5 assists, it looks certain to be dropped from the final squad. According to report, the Black Stars technical team favor other players in his position. Left wing, Leah Pinto spoke to my colleague Gary Smith on what his favorite position really is.
My favorite position was always playing at
in the midfield, but
6'8".
it's six. Yes.
Defensive
I
midfield.
was a defensive midfielder.
That is your favorite position.
Yes.
But we all know you to be used on the wings.
Yes. It started when I went to. It all started in the academy, but afterwards I was used to playing in the number 10 position, and also at the left wing and right wing. But I feel more comfortable playing now on the left wing. But now I have no choice playing on the right wing because we have only 2 wingers in our team now. So we need to just
So left wing is where, and that is based on the left wing that you were brought into the Black Stars.
Yes.
I mean, that's what the coaches saw and brought you into the Black Stars. And the few times you have played, that's how you have been deployed.
Yeah, that's how I've been deployed also. Sometimes it's just a mix of positions. Sometimes also on the right position, but most is on the left.
Well, while we count down to the World Cup, the GUSA 2022 is already underway. Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology hosts this year's games with 11 institutions competing in 14 disciplines. You know, one of those institutions, the University of Ghana, who finished 4th when they hosted in 2020, is targeting taking down perennial winners UCC. Joy Sports' Michelle Aquino visited Legon's team at their training campus before start of the tournament and put this together.
Bella Bello Bitugu, Director of Sports at Legon, is confident about their prospects.
We are very positive towards building, improving on our medal haul from what we had last time, 2020. You will appreciate that immediately after GUSA games, things started going downwards in terms of sport. So there wasn't much practice, less competition, etc. And this is really the first major tournament. And we are positive that we will at least match what we had at the GUSA Games 2020 when we hosted. So we are doing our best, and we have done our best. So we are positive.
The games can be grouped into 2 categories: track and field, and the list of football, basketball, hockey, handball, tennis, swimming, table tennis, and beach volleyball, amongst others. In 2018, the University of Ghana football team endured a very disappointing campaign. Ill health to head coach Tahiru Yusuf Amuda and a shabbily organized team meant the institution, blessed with a plethora of football talent and its Commonwealth, Saba and Ikriafo halls, was going to win only 1 game in Tamale. Shortly after returning to Accra with a mist of embarrassment, the 2019 mini GUSA hosted in Cape Coast presented them the primary opportunity for a rebuild, and they grabbed it almost eagerly.
When we came to UCC, by that time everything was actually put in place. We prepared the team very well. That's the mini GUSA. So we placed second. Then we came to Legon 2020. We actually did very well. We had every support from management. He gave us everything, and we really prepared the players to technically, psychologically, and physiologically. You understand? So when we go for games, it is nothing but what win.
In 2020, the football team put up a contrasting run to that of 2018, losing just a single game to KNUST. But Legon missed out on football gold. Being tied on points, goals scored and goals conceded meant UCC was going to snatch gold from the grasp of the University of Ghana.
My players were very bad, were looking very bad. They didn't understand. I have to take more than a week to explain to them, but still they were looking for the good. And you know, University of Ghana, before you can travel outside to play for the university, you have to get a gold medal. Whatever competition you go, you have to place first. If you place first, it means you have the ticket to travel outside. And we were bound to go into Kenya for the FASU games, and they placed second. So it was heartbreaking, actually.
While the football team was submerged in their pool of sorry emotion, Legon's men's volleyball team had completed an underdog's dream. Right before hosting Gusa 2020, the school made investments into the construction of 2 new volleyball courts amongst other facilities. They were not considered a part of the conversation of potential gold finalists for the event. But after spending thousands of cedis on the project, the men's volleyball team made sure to inaugurate the court by pulling down the bourgeoisies.
A lot of transformation has taken place before the Gusa and even after. And so as we've invested in having standardized courts, also give us the ability to offer them the best of training so that they can give up the best. And he told well at the Gusa Games 2020. What to expect of a team? Yes, we are for the ultimate all the time. And so we are preparing towards the ultimate. Fortunately, by the help of management, though in these difficult times, we had 3 weeks of extensive preparation. So we have, and our trial matches results have told that we are more prepared for the competition come next week in Kumasi.
When it comes to the Gusa Games, Legon's basketball team, the UG Guerrillas, are definitely the school's most dominant outfit. 3 Gusa basketball titles on the bounce, 2016 to 2020, and a 6-year unbeaten run saw the Guerrillas become Ghana's most fearsome tertiary basketball force. But the Guerrillas entered this year's games wounded. Kenyatta University handed down the team's first loss in 6 years at the 2022 FASU Games, before the University of Johannesburg piled on more misery. And at the consistency of the last 4 years, the Guerrillas are described by lip-slicking rivals to be at their weakest, as no current member of the team has any Gusa experience.
This team is a new team, but not all that new. It's just that they haven't played Gusa before, and this is their first time they are going to play Gusa. But all depend on the training, their conditioning, and the way they will respond to the coach. That will make them as a team. But so far, so good. If you look at our training from day 1 to now, from on the 13th of October up to now, you can see improvement in them. So you can see that still they can excel in Gusa, because due to the other teams, I know they can excel. This team have a little bit lapses out there, but yes, still they will get to the finals. And when we get to the finals, that is the bridge. We'll cross the bridge.
The story in athletics is no different. UCC maintains its chokehold on other universities. 8 gold medals and 11 silver medals won in 2020 leaves them as the envy of others. Nonetheless, Gusa's hottest athlete in 2020 emerged from Legon. Benjamin Azamati's 10.61 seconds in the men's 100-meter final left the tertiary sports community buzzing. UG has long lost out on him though, after Texas A&M University came swooping. The men's 100-meter event is one of the most sought after at the games. And with the exodus of Azamati, Legon is aware the other universities believe it is not up for the taking.
You know, academic sports, scholastic sports is something that is, 4 years maximum. And if you are even diploma student, 2 or 3 years as the case may be. And there are always students going and some coming, going and some come. And you have to have a certain strategy of replenishing those who have come and those who have left. We have tried and continue to try to do that with our different policies, University of Ghana policy on the admission of athlete students, UG Pass, and the University of Ghana Sport Fund. So we are trying our best. Let's see what happens in Kumasi, but we are positive. We do think that we have to actually take it because we have a strong team, but let's see what the tracks say.
100 to 100, we are bringing the gold back to University of Ghana, so they shouldn't worry. They shouldn't worry as Mati traveled to the state. No, we have Rashid, we have James, Mustafa. The guys are ready to fight. So now we need the alumni to support University of Ghana. They should come in their numbers because we are going to prove a lot of people wrong. So they should watch us. UG!
One of the up-and-coming talents the University of Ghana has its eyes on to defend its 100-meter gold medal is Abdul Rashid Saminu. The sprinter with a personal best of 10.31 was a part of Ghana's relay team for the 2022 Birmingham Games, qualifying to the final before their disqualification, and is hopeful he will live up to expectations.
That 10.31 is not even my target as well. Like, I'm just targeting the Gusa 100 meters record. That was 10.25 seconds, and I'm just preparing towards it. My colleagues too are preparing because it's going to be fire. We are just ready to face whatever is coming.
Saminu will not have to do it all alone though. Aziz Mohammed, a middle distance runner, is one of the university's highly rated athletes, and with a personal best of 3 minutes 54 seconds in the 1,500 meter event recorded at the 2021 Kumasi Open Championship, he can show up UG's efforts in track and field when he returns to the city.
Sometimes when you come to training, you feel like you are very tired, you are very weak, you can't move again. But he always says that training won't kill you, and you train hard, then you compete easily. So I think that one too have helped me a lot since we started.
What are your targets for the Gusa Games?
Well, to win. So I won't promise anything, but to win.
Despite the dominance of UCC, UG's male athletes have made credible attempts at closing the gap to the coasters. Unfortunately, however, the females have found it a little more difficult to stand up to the competition. In 2020, UG's female basketball team, the UG Amazonians, swept aside the field en route to winning the women's basketball title, and Grace Oboa sets the sports community ablaze when she sets a new record in the 400-meter event. Anchoring on these performances, there is hope UG's female teams will take a massive step at improvements this year.
From the past Gusa Games, UG for the male team, they have obtained like so many gold medals. Yeah, but with the female teams, just a little teams, like a few of the teams like basketball, and more is from the athletics. It's from the athletics. But with this year, there is hope that we'll get more gold from, because the sports directorate have been doing a lot. They've provided us with good coaches and stuff. So we've been also talked to by the psychologists have been talking to us. And what I think was hurting us is that we are not able to stay for long. Like, the discipline on the court and our field games wasn't enough for us. But with this, we've been taught more better. So I'm sure we'll do best.
University of Ghana, we don't have much female athletes, but the coaches, they have been trying their possible best to train us hard towards the Gusa Games. Yeah, our director, Mr. Dr. Bello, he has been encouraging us, he has been advising us, like whatever he has to do to support us, he has been trying his possible best to do for us to improve more. Yes, so this year we will try our possible best to make our director happy. Yeah, I know we will make it.
1, 2, 3, come on!
Well, the Gusa Games are underway, and Joy Sports will follow it very closely and bring you up to speed on all that happens there. Thank you for joining us on Prime Sports. My name is Razak Musbau. Have a wonderful evening.